Tempe. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
If you haven't been to Tempe, Arizona to a college football game in Arizona State, it definitely should be on your bucket list. This is one of the most unique stadiums in all of college sports. Built into the side of a mountain, you literally can go for a hike and watch the college football game. They have one of the most fun atmospheres in all of the stadiums, and they have built a concourse that is definitely worth a visit. A little club scene gets you going if you want to watch the Sun Devils. Reese?
Appreciate that, Holly. So Arizona State's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the all-season was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Second and long here. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the move, he fires. Out wide right, it's Kane. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him.
Touchdown, Auburn! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Shepard. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Might as well run him again. Smashes through the tackle. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back to pass, it's Boley. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
The Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Hamilton. Still on his feet at the 45. Hits the accelerator to the right. He's up to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Lets it fly. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Quick give. It's Shepard. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Long way to go on second down. Hand off for Brown. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, ASU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Play action on first down. Rolls right. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
This quarterback has got a ton of speed. And it doesn't just help him running the football, but it helps him in the passing game, too. You just saw right there how he was able to use that speed and athleticism to buy himself time to at least give him an opportunity.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He's looking to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. And they'll stop him right there on the return. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. From the gun, it's Shepard. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Left side is Harris. Caught, and he's got room. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Hamilton. Turning it on! He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball on the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. A give to Brown. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Third and 6 yards to go. Using his feet. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, a first half. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Making the adjustment. Handoff for Brown. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Bowling. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man, it's Harris. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Sun Devils peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Driving forward, it's Shepard. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give running right, Brown. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Again, it's Brown. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Stepping to the right. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Auburn lines up quickly. Drops back on first down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking downfield. It's Boley. He wants it all right now. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll start on the ground with Washington. And he's brought down after a short gain. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. give it to him again. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. And we start with the NC State Wolfpack taking on the Army Black Knights. And it's NC State in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Let's now take a look at some top 25 games around the nation on another wild day of college football.
Making the adjustment on the play. Back to throw, it's Boley. Out wide left, it's Harris. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a...
Snags it, and he's open. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the move. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hits inside, it's Shepard. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, ASU!
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And he added the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so you're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is, because right now, he's been their biggest playmaker.
The run inside. It's Washington. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He's got enough. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there, and the quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. motion, try to clear the picture. Second down to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Grabbed in the middle, it's Shepard. At the 45 on his way. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
He's changing the play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Throws for the tight end. Out wide right, it's Harris. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Set of downs going up top. Left side is Harris. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you, and if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Back to throw, it's Bowling. And it's picked off at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on first. Short pass. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one.